Good afternoon and welcome to Leadership Connect's webinar focused on how government affairs professionals like yourselves can best leverage Leadership Connect. Leadership Connect is a service you all currently have access to via your work email, and I'm Ivy Nusili, your dedicated client success manager. So today we're going to go over how Leadership Connect can help, the difference Leadership Connect can make in your everyday workflow, a platform walkthrough where I will go through some best practices as well as examples, and then we will end the session with Q&A. You can throw any Q&A questions in the Q&A box during the session, and I will go over them at the end. So how does Leadership Connect help? Leadership Connect is the premier relationship-focused information service for changemakers in government and nonprofits that drives policy wins. So whether you're on the move or in the office, Leadership Connect is with you to engage the top policymakers and their staff. We want you to get access to the right people and quickly for impactful outreach and stronger government relationships. What is the Leadership Connect difference? First and foremost, we want to save you time. No more searching Google, LinkedIn, or other websites for hours. We want to help you protect your reputation. We don't want you to risk it by bulk emailing unverified emails. We want to help you increase efficiency. We want to streamline your outreach efforts so you spend less time juggling out-of-date information and more time actually influencing policy. We will help you be fire drill ready. Our easy-to-use interface allows you to find the information you need to be ready to act on any people changes. And lastly, we want you to know the unknowable. Our unique relationship intelligence analyzes millions of connections to help you get referrals to the people that you need to know. So let's actually jump into the service. Whenever you log into Leadership Connect using your work email, this is going to be your home dashboard. My colleague can go ahead and drop the link to log in now, so you can log in after this on your own time. But to the left here, you'll actually see all of the communities that we cover across the public sector ecosystem. Leadership Connect offers you a user-friendly, easy-to-use interface where you can find the people you're looking for quickly using the search bar. A lot of times I have clients come to me and say, Ivy, how do I quickly find a member of Congress's staffers? And using the search bar, we can easily do that. So if we want to take a look at a senator like Bernie Sanders, you can type in his name and quickly jump to his profile. Our people profiles within Leadership Connect are very robust. Not only are we going to list position details and contact information, but we will also list any current other roles they are in, any boards or committees they may sit on, education, as well as career history. So we're really going to tell you a story or give a history of the person rather than just list their contact information. As we all know, elected officials have packed schedules and regularly are traveling between their district and DC offices, making their time a very precious commodity. Honestly, getting your foot in the door can be the hardest step. But the good news is that you can leverage Leadership Connect and their staffers to get those important meetings. So using the interconnectedness of Leadership Connect, we can jump directly into his staff from his personal profile. So if we come down here, you can see not only are we going to list direct reports, but also you can view the full office staff. If we come down here, we're actually going to see the people within the office listed out. A lot of the times in the government sphere, the schedulers are the trusted gatekeepers and confidants. So you really want to be sure to befriend them if you want to build a relationship with a specific office. So using our filters over here, like legislative issue or job title, we can jump directly to Sanders Scheduler without even knowing that person's name. So using the job title filter, I can type in scheduler, and within a matter of 3 or 4 clicks, I now have Jake's phone number and email to begin to do my outreach. On Sanders' personal profile or his office profile, you're also able to go directly into any legislation the member has sponsored or co-sponsored. So you'll see here on the left-hand side, recent legislation, and you can come through and choose the specific piece of legislation that you want to look at. So if we jump into a piece of legislation, you will notice that Leadership Connect is actually the world's only service that's going to connect congressional staff to the piece of legislation, so you actually know who is doing the legislative work and you can react when they change roles. So we'll list a timeline tracker of where that piece of legislation sits, and then directly to the right of that, not only are we going to have the sponsor, but we'll also have senior staffers as well as a recommended contact. We will give you the responsible committee and the staffers there, and then below that, you'll have all co-sponsors as well as non-sponsoring members. You also have the ability to export different groups of contacts, like issue-based staffers, legislative directors, or all personal staff. So we really want to offer you an intuitive service that's going to make your workday easier. Recently, I had a climate-focused nonprofit client interested in seeing people within the Department of Energy who specifically focus on legislative affairs. So using the search bar, I just typed in DOE since we're acronym friendly, and I went directly into the Department of Energy's page. What's nice is that Leadership Connect has built a network of thousands of trusted contributors in government who actively provide us with information on key people within their departments, and it's really not available anywhere else. And specifically within our federal pages, we have a tool that can make your workflow much easier, and that's the org chart feature. So up at the top here, in between the different action items, you'll see a little claw-like symbol that is the org chart. The org chart is going to give you a visual representation of the department you're in and how all of the different offices roll up. So if you're a visual learner like myself, this really makes looking for specific people or offices much easier. So in the case of my climate nonprofit client, I easily was able to go to the filter chart and under agency focus, type in government affairs. Now, quickly, I can see exactly where that office that I need to go to is, and I can jump into it. So now that we are in the correct office, under using the focus filters under job focus, I can actually type in legislative affairs, and now I have a list of people that I can begin my outreach with. So again, in a matter of a few clicks, I have that list of people. Another tool that a lot of clients like to leverage within Leadership Connect is the advanced search filter. The advanced search is really going to be a way for you to build specific groups of people or legislation. So I was recently working with an association client, and their mission revolved around creating fair housing opportunities for all Americans. And they said, Ivy, I need a list of issue-based staffers to reach out to influence. And this is the perfect time to use the advanced search. So directly to the right of the search bar, you will see the advanced search. And again, it's going to be a way for you to really streamline your outreach strategy. When you come into the advanced search, we're going to give you different filters to begin to build your list. The first thing that I always do within the advanced search is choose the specific community that I want to look within to get started. So over here on the left-hand side, I'm going to choose just our congressional community, and then I'll begin to build my list. From here, under the people filters, I can say, okay, I want to look at all legislative staffers. Now you can see that's quite a big list, tracking all legislative staffers on the Hill. But now I can go into legislative portfolio and choose housing and community development. And now I have a list of legislative staffers on the Hill who specifically have housing and community development within their legislative portfolio. Using the advanced search, you're really going to be able to evolve beyond spreadsheets. As we all know, the revolving door keeps spinning in the world of policymakers, and your time can be better spent influencing policy instead of juggling lists that may be out to date. So creating these targeted lists for outreach and tracking moves is going to make your life easier. Once I have that list built for myself, I can actually choose to save it. I'll name this one housing staffers, alert myself on changes, and now that list sits on my dashboard. And this brings us to Leadership Connect alerts. Once I have that list for myself on my dashboard that you can see here, I'm now tracking any changes within that list. So I'm tracking changes and staying up to date with the people that I care about. You can build these custom alerts, and they're going to send one powerful weekly email to allow you to know of any changes to the clients, peers, or relationships that are important to you. We want you to be the first to react to any new arrivals or departures, congratulate people on promotions, and also get daily updates on lists of legislation. So as you can see here, Leadership Connect is an easy-to-use service that you have right at your fingertips.